Bror Fredrik coming at you with another studio live. I got an interesting topic for everyone today. You saw the thumbnail. The 5 things that women think men want, but men actually don't want or don't care. So I'm interested to hear your opinions. I'm going to fire up the chat, take a look. But first, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you'd like to support the channel, you know how to go about doing that, because my channel is brought to you with the generosity of viewers like you by clicking on all the links, super chat while we're live, super thanks after, and all the stuffs below. And I got Patreon and I got channel memberships. Speaking of which, gonna do a members only live coming up soon, so keep an eye on your notifications and you'll get notified when that happens. Hope everyone enjoyed that drive yesterday. I thought that was a lot of fun. Cruised around for about 2 hours, saw the traffic, saw all the stuff. It was a lot of fun, and I think I exhibited a tremendous amount of patience in that traffic. But again, it was fun. I felt like I had, 200 of my friends in the back seat, and we just went for a cruise. So let me fire up the chat activities. So I hope everyone's having an absolute wonderful day. My battery was low, so I had to do a little charging before we got started. So let me see who's here. I am going to save most of the hellos until the very end so you can greet each other, because I want to jump right into this. So stick around to the very end, and at the very end, I'm also going to have some bonuses. So I did say there's going to be a video about the 5 things that women think men want, but they actually don't, and I'm also going to include some bonuses. There's a reason why I'm doing this video also, because I brought up the topic, I think it was last Saturday night, and I've gotten a few emails and a few messages through Facebook. If you're not a member of the Facebook Bror Nation group, go ahead and join. I'll let you in. And people wanted me to expound upon a few of the ideas that I have. And we're going to do that right now. So let's go jump on over to the computer and get into it. All right, as I fire up the chat here, let me see what's going on. That is a statement that I made, when was it? I think it was last Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get the chat out of the way. What do we got? 75 people. That's a good start for this topic. Hello, chat. Oh, Christine, thank you very much, Christine Mendez. And let's see who else is here. I think we got the usual suspects, but like I said, I am going to say hello to everyone a little towards the end. So let's jump right into it. And I got, if we do have time, which I think we are going to have time, I am going to get into, what am I going to get into? I'm going to show you my Twitter feed. I thought it's real interesting, some of the things that pop up in my Twitter feed. So we're going to get into that too. I changed, how about this real quick? I changed some things around in the studio. How does this angle look now? I always said that this angle was kind of bugging me a little bit. So we got this angle. What up? And this angle. What up? Does it look a little better now? Is there something a little different? I switched up the lighting a little bit. I changed the lens a little bit. And I think it looks a little better now. Let me see. I'm trying to look at myself all the way over there. How's that looking? You know what used to drive me crazy about this angle? That my eyes look brown from this angle. I don't know why. It has to do with the lighting. I spent a lot of time on the lighting, but tweaking it just right and capturing. Like here, my eyes look blue. Here, they used to look brown. So hopefully they look blue. Let me know in the comments if they look blue or not. Do they look blue? I'm going to check it out for myself. Hold everything. I forgot I could do that. Let's see. Enlarge. I said enlarge there, YT. Did you hear yesterday about the YT reprogramming that I had to go through? I had to go through re-education camp over at YT. It was a little interesting. All right, let me look real quick. There's a little bit of a delay. They look blue. No freaking way. That is awesome. I'm kind of excited about that. Why am I streaming myself in 240p? I want to see. I want to see stuff. I want to see a chat. I'm going to fire that up in a minute too. So I can't wait to get into this subject. There we go. All right, now we're in business. Let's see. We got 90 people on now. So the more I kind of wait and keep you in suspense, the better it seems to be. All right, hello everyone. All right, like I said, how cool it would be if Bror Fredrik could actually change his eyes from brown to blue? Well, right, like a weird ass chameleon. But I mean, seriously, all kidding aside, my eyes aside, all that other stuff, does this angle look better now? It was always a sore spot for me, and I put a little effort into it, and I think I honed it a little closer to what I want it to look like. So let me know. Yes, Savina says, yes, it does. Thank you. Let me drop some hearts for you. There you go. Those are just for you. Bam, 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 bam. All right. So it sure does look better. All right, cool. Everyone, you guys notice the difference. All right. All right. I'm on to something. You know, I'm still going to F with it. I got to F with everything. But let me pop up the chat. I'm gonna read messages at the end. Rod L says, "Nice studio." I noticed you noticed my singing bowls, bro. So I'm gonna have to send you some positive G vibes in 432 hertz. You ready? Let me get the mic on over there a little bit. It's hard to pick up on this mic because I have this mic tuned for my voice, and this is way different from my voice. But this is for you, Rod. I think you might have heard that. All right, let me swing this microphone out of the way. And you ready to get busy, everyone? You ready to do what we came to do? And like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. I want to hear your opinions. I'm not doing this to get anyone butt hurt, but this is for education. I want people to understand these concepts. And I always say that my channel is, sort of male-centric to a certain degree, not by something I'm gearing it towards, but by the sheer fact that 80% of my viewers are indeed men, 17% are women, and that 3%, I don't know. I don't know what that 3% is. Maybe you do, maybe YT does, but I don't know what that 3% is, but shout out to that 3%. Anyway, this is for you too. So, I've always said that it's not, I always have something for the men. And this one I would consider possibly for the women, for understanding how men think, and also for men to understand how they think and own this stuff and be honest about it and, portray it in your life and teach it to the people around you, especially your partner or your potential partners in the future. So, again, I want to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to them. And let's jump right into it. Okay, I made a statement. I think it was last Saturday. I'm cutting that specific video into a few different sections, and I'm making a couple shorts because I got to please the YT people and all the rest of that. But I made this statement, and I was so bold as to put my name down here, Bror Fredrik. Because I think I searched this. I legitimately searched it, and I think I might have coined this, and I'm going to claim it as such. If not, so be it. But I made the statement, and it was rather off the cuff, but anything that's off the cuff in my world is something that rattles around in my head. So let's read this statement. A woman who knows what a man wants can have any man she wants. The prevalent logic these days is that the woman is the prize, you should be lucky to have her. And then at a certain point, women are like, well, why don't men actually want me? Why am I surrounded by cats? Yada, yada, yada. Why can't I find a quote-unquote good man and all that type of stuff? But the fact of the matter is, because I had mentioned that the age differences, a 25-year-old woman to a 45-year-old woman. We're going to cover all that type of stuff. But the fact remains that a woman can indeed have any man she wants, literally any man. Well, not any man, because, there's got to be some parity there, but for the most part, can have any man she wants. However, the rule goes, my rule goes, and a rule of thumb goes, a woman needs to know what a man wants first. That is the key, the absolute key to getting the man of your dreams, getting the man you truly want, getting a quote-unquote good man. It starts by knowing what men actually want. And unfortunately, these days, that's not really being talked about. Men are actually being told what we want, what we should think, what we should desire. If a man has standards, somehow that's wrong. A woman can have standards, a man cannot for some reason in today's relationship situation. If a man has standards, he's a miss whatever. I can't say the word on YT. If a woman has standards, she's a strong, independent woman. That needs to change if people are going to get together, form bonds, form relationships, form families, and stop the upcoming depopulation of the planet. Because I don't know if you people keep on top of stats like that, but the population is dropping at a rapid rate and it's unsustainable. So people need to get together, get married, and start knocking boots and tossing out some babies. That's all I'm saying. I'm not including myself in that. A woman who knows what a man wants and needs and desires. I couldn't fit that all on that, so let's say that too. A woman who knows what a man wants, needs, and desires can have any man she wants. Now, I am also in another episode, I'm going to discuss what a man wants. But this is what we're going to cover today, which is the 5 things women think men want in a woman, and we actually don't. And this is going to cause some heads to explode. Share this video with your friends, discuss it, call me a dumbass, do whatever you want, but get the video and the information out there. The 5 things women think men want in a woman, but we actually don't. And in some cases, nor do we care. And I'm going to toss in some bonuses if you stick around towards the end. Now, I will preface by saying this doesn't apply to every single man. This applies to men of a higher caliber, what I'd like to term high value, or at the bare minimum, a good, decent, self-aware man. There's a percentage of men out there who don't care about these things for various reasons, might not care or do care about individual ones for various reasons of their own. So it doesn't apply to everyone. This is a general thing. For the most part, it does apply to me, and it does apply to most of the circles that I travel in. You can decide for yourself. You can own whatever you want or not. That's up to you. There are some men who definitely are not quality men. They do take advantage of women, and they will care about certain things like this. But those, believe it or not, are in the minority. If you happen to encounter a lot of men like that in your life, that's on you, because you just might be picking the wrong ones. All right. So let's get started. The 5 things, and put in the comments too while we're going over this, the 5 things that you think. I'm curious to hear what you think, and I'm going to scroll all the way back and I will check all these messages. And we actually don't. And here come the bonuses. All right, you ready for number 1? There goes number 1. Career. Men do not care about your career. For the most part. I hate to tell you, ladies, I hate to tell the ladies out there, but we are not impressed or overly swayed in our opinion whether we want to date or be with you based on your career. You could be a barista or you can be a Supreme Court justice. It does not matter. In certain cases, actually, certain women will be throttled, perhaps handicapped by their chosen careers. If they're in the quote-unquote industry, that's kind of a given. There's a certain type of man who will entertain that, but the majority will not. There's certain careers that men have come to realize that they will never come first if a woman engages in those careers. For the most part, I would suggest men, I'm just going to say it like it is. I would suggest guys out there, I would not get involved personally with psychologists, therapists, psychoanalysts, sparkle coaches, that type of stuff, because they're going to just constantly analyze you. That's a fact. That's a fact. Sorry if you're in that business or whatever, but if you're in that business and you desire to be with a quality man, you have to have a very distinct separation between what you do and your man, because a man is not going to sit there and A, D-measure with you, and B, have his brain picked and analyzed. A self-aware man knows what he's all about. He doesn't want to sit there over breakfast and be analyzed for every little decision that he makes. So, careers don't really matter. A man can walk into, and you've seen it on every Hallmark, Lifetime movie network channel. Man walks into the coffee shop. He's got a suit on. He's got $1,000 Armani. He's rocking all the watches and yada, yada, yada. And he falls in love with the barista. Gives her the card. Come on down to my office. Blah, 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 blah. Come on down to my bedroom, whatever. The barista. And at the same time, he might, on the way out, flag down a cab in the middle of downtown Manhattan, jump into the car with another lawyer, and be the same. How you doing? It doesn't matter. We don't judge according to career. That is something that women do. When a woman asks you, what do you do for a living? They're not asking you because they want to know if you whittle penguins for a living or you're a CEO. They're trying to figure out how much money you make and what kind of provider you will be. But women care about a man's career for the most part. Men do not. Men simply, that is not a priority. No man has ever got together with his bros and said, bro, I met the hottest hairstylist. I met the sweetest phlebotomist ever. Said no man ever. That is not in our list of priorities. That's not what we look for. I gotta find a woman who's got a great career. Not what we think about. All right, let's get over to number 2. Education. Now, does any of this shock you right now? Does any of what I'm saying shock you? I want to know if this is shocking to anyone. And guys, if you never thought about that, tell me what you think too. Education. Men, for the most part, do not care about education. It is not a priority. Bro, I just met this chick, and you had to see the diplomas on her wall. Whoa. Said no man ever. Said no man ever. Education-wise, I guess it depends on the individual. Some might find that an asset. Some men won't want a woman who's not educated, wants to keep up with a conversation. when he's at the office Christmas party and they're talking about, splitting off stock, he hopes that she has a relative idea what splitting stock is and stuff like that. And other men could care less, but that's in the smarts category, like we talked about in the IQ thing. Someone who's not educated can still be highly intelligent, and someone who's highly educated can have rocks for brains. So education, your diplomas, where you went to school, how you went to school, it matters to a certain degree when you step into the arena of, how would I say, blue-blooded, perhaps, when you're at the country club. That might come in handy. Oh, you went to Brown University too. Oh, you went to Harvard as well. You went to Fordham, whatever the case may be. That way, perhaps she can fit in with the other quote unquote power wives, but it depends on the circles you travel with. But when it comes to picking a partner, for the most part, education does not necessarily play a role, doesn't play a factor. And quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, I'll break the guy code. Some guys don't mind it. I'm so hesitant to say it. Should I say it? Like a stereotypical dumb blonde? Because some men find that endearing. Now women are going to jump and say, oh, well, that's a woman who you could easily manipulate and yada, 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 and all that stuff. No, that has nothing to do with it. Sometimes that level is, how would I say, endearing. And that will trigger a man's innate desire to further protect and provide and to guide and to educate. That's nothing to do with taking advantage. Like I said in the beginning, some men do take advantage of certain opportunities like that. For the most part, a good man will not. So you should only be seeking good men. If men are, oh wow, you went to so and so school. How much you make? How much you make? What kind of car you drive? Red flag, because he should have his shit together. He should be telling you where he went to school, what kind of car he drives, or whatever school. But education is not a priority. It's not high on the list. Smarts, perhaps. Education, degrees, like women are being told, go out and get your degree. Go out and get your degree. Go out and get your career before you seek to settle down. Is that wise advice? Some would say yes, some would say no, but to men, it doesn't matter. We will equally be attracted to and consider spending the rest of our lives with the barista or the lawyer. So it's not high on our list. Number 3. You ready, everyone? Money. 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 Does this one surprise you? Women, we don't care how much money you make. We're not impressed. In fact, to a certain degree, if you are a high earner, it's not the fact that women will say, oh, he's intimidated by me. He's intimidated by the fact that I make so much. He's intimidated by the fact that I make more than him. That's not the case. The case is more that a woman who's so driven, unless she's, Kim Kardashian, sits on her butt and, sells frickin' lip filler. I don't even know how she made her money, but whatever. A career-driven woman who's making that level of money is not going to prioritize you. And men know it. And men don't want to deal with perhaps the boss babe attitude, the insufferability of that, the crap that she might come home from like a high earning man would. It's in the same venue. So it might not be the whole he's intimidated by the fact that I make a lot of money or make more money than him. It's just, it's not worth the aggravation, because along with that money, for the most part, comes an attitude. Have you met any sweet, feminine, demure, housewife type CEOs that are pulling in 6 figures? They're probably out there somewhere, doing the whole power couple thing, but the dude is basically neutered. So we don't care about your money. And there's another reason we don't care about how much money you make. Because we know we're not seeing any of it. It's a fact. In the male world, we would say, what's mine, being the man, is ours, right? That's a given. What's yours, hers, the woman's, is hers. Now you can say, oh, well, I'm generous. I buy him, 2 ties, not 1 on Christmas. And I bought him a ring. I did this, I did that, whatever. But are you pooling it? Rare is the woman who comes home and just says, here's my paycheck. I made this $924. You're the man. You figure out how to deal with it. Deposit it, whatever. Pay the bills. On what planet does that happen? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But the fact remains the same. Women love nest eggs. They are not going to turn over their financial resources to you. Women love nest eggs. That's part of the reason, actually, why some relationships fail. Because they hold back their money anticipating the relationship is going to fail. And they want to be prepared for the day that it actually does. And that requires financial resources. So what's a woman's is a woman's. What's a man is ours. So we just strike money straight out of the equation. Yes, there's male gold diggers. Yes, there's men who'll take advantage of a woman's money. I saw one the other day that just made me ill. He was standing behind her like a meme and like with his shoulders forward and like this and letting her buy stuff. And she was in charge. She was obviously, the boss babe variety. She was buying. She had the card out, yada, yada, yada. And he was just sitting there like a total simp. 1, he could be taking advantage of her. 2, she might want a guy less than her. That way she can control his behavior and activities. I don't know, but it was weird to watch this man just cower behind his boss babe and let her man up and do all the paying. A real man don't do that. Now, if you want to go 50-50, if your relationship is base 50-50, fellas, let me ask you a question. Are you putting aside money in case she leaves you? Are you? Do you have a secret or separate bank account that you're hedging so that if you get divorced or you split up, or let's talk about divorce, the woman's getting half your shit in most cases. Are you putting money aside in a Swiss bank account? That way when she gets half your shit, you still got some put aside that she doesn't know about? For the most part, fellas, I'm right, no. But women will hoard money aside to protect themselves from you. Money. We don't care about your money. Oh, here's one. Inner self. The inner self. What are we talking about? Is there any men getting half the woman's stuff? You'll have to, there might be some situations out there that it happens, but they are certainly the anomaly. They are certainly the anomaly. If it was 50-50, I might tend to agree. But there's like 5 cases on the planet where the man is actually getting half of the woman's stuff. Like 5. And they're all in high-level celebrities or financial situations. Name one common dude that got half the woman's stuff ever. Maybe some, like a Katy Perry level woman. She gets with a guy who's making, $40K as a whatever garbage truck driver. And, they hook up. And then I think I even read that. That's why I don't know about Katy Perry, but he turned around and got some palimony. Look, just Google it. How many men in this country actually get palimony, where our court system here in the United States is so geared and divorce, no fault divorce. You don't even have to have a freaking reason. You could just be bored. You could just be bored and get out of a marriage here in the United States and get half the shit. Our legal system, when it comes to relationship, is so heavily geared towards the woman getting half or more in almost all cases, especially with children. Plus, I'll also toss in, should I go there? I'm going there. Plus, it's also been proven that men who end up with the kids end up better. Go figure. But don't show exceptions to the rule to prove the case. We all know that in divorce court, let's call it 90% plus, men lose their shit. And men are not socking money aside in some secret Swiss account. He'll be lucky if he could, go play golf on weekends, because the money is ours. But women's money is theirs. So let's get back to inner self. Inner self. What exactly is inner self? All right, I put this in small terms because I didn't want to have like 1,000 things up here. Inner self. Okay, we discussed this too, what inner self is. I think I'm going to wet my whistle for this one. Women and I don't say this in a negative way, women are more likely to be concerned about their inner self, their emotional development, their healing, their emotional maturity, their crystals, their sparkle coaches, those metaphysical intangibles. Men don't care about none of that. Men don't care about none of that. We cannot, all right, let me put in simple terms. We cannot see your inner self. We look and we see your outer self. We see the outer self. So here's the dilemma that happens, especially as a woman ages. A woman ages, and in her mind, her value in a relationship is increasing as she ages, because she will say, I've done so much work on myself. I'm so in touch with who I really am. I'm so healed from the trauma of the 20 guys who've been here before you. I'm so, my vibration, I just vibrate, my vibration, all that metaphysical bullshit, oh, I got this new crystal, and I really feel, in touch with my inner, and guys are just like, when you start hearing that, guys are just like, oh, no, stop. Please stop. Don't tell me you go to a sparkle coach, too. Doesn't mean anything to men. If we can't get past the outer, we are never going to explore the inner. It is just, it is just a fact. If we can't get past what's going on the outside, we'll never get a chance to see what's going on the inside. So your self-healing, your work that you've done on yourself, we don't see that. And sometimes we don't even see the value of it because it's nothing tangible to us. Now, do we want someone who's a train wreck? No, that's not what I'm saying. If you say, well, I've been to therapy because I had, and you should disclose stuff like that. I've been to therapy because I just had a pattern of bad relationships. I had a pattern of bad behavior. I had a pattern of whatever, daddy issues, whatever it happens to be. Yeah, disclose that. You know, the man should understand, and that's a good thing to go to therapy. In some cases, I think therapy is total horseshit. In other cases, it does work if you're not just paying someone to agree with you. Because that's what most therapy is now. You're just basically paying someone to agree with you and to ask you questions. And that somehow is miraculously going to put yourself in touch with your inner chi or something. That's all horseshit. But therapy, for the most part, well, for some part, can be good, can be healing. But women spend an inordinate amount of time, quote unquote, working on themselves. The clock is ticking, ladies. No man's going to be like, oh, I need to find a woman. I'm done with 25-year-olds, hot-bodied 25-year-olds. I'm going to start seeking 50 plus because they've had an extra 25 years to work on their inner selves, to figure out what crystals actually make them vibrate to a vibration pattern that's more in line with my... Really? Really? Come on now. You know that's horseshit. We don't care if you're working on yourself. You want to know what we care about? If you're working out. If you're working out. That's what we care about. We don't care about if you're working on the inside. How about working on the outside? All that time you're spending picking out crystals at the corner store, at the flea market, you could be spending that time in the gym. And that would please us way more than all this inner work. And when a man hears that you're delving so hard into doing all the inner work and now you're a better woman, that's a red flag to us because we're just like, holy cow. A, what the heck kind of life has she been having? And two, with how many dudes that she needs that much inner work and healing? What kind of traumas does she have going on? That her inner work, she's glorifying it and she's resonating on the higher plane of frickin' sparkle coaching, and that just makes our heads explode. That's just a huge red flag. So instead of working on your inner self, work out instead. All right. Number 5. You ready for number 5? Experience. Oh boy. Oh boy. The big misconception of experience. Now, what type of experience is Bror Fredrik talking about? Well, I'll leave it to your imagination a little bit, and some I won't. When I'm speaking of experience, it could be various types of experience. In the boot knocking arena, perhaps. In social situations, in which restaurants to go to, all that type of stuff. All of which men do not care about. In fact, I'll go so far as to say men don't even want to know about. Men don't even want to know about it. Okay, case in point, before we get to the boot knocking, because you know I'm going there. If you tell a man, I want to go to XYZ restaurant over at the Venetian, you know what the first thing dude is going to think? Wonder who she went there with. Wonder who she went there with. And if she says, if she leads with, I want to go to XYZ restaurant at the Venetian because I just had a great time with my girlfriends there. The food is excellent. The service is excellent. You'd love it. How about we go there Saturday night? It might alleviate a little bit of the concern because you led what you already told us, because you're smart enough, you're in tune with what men want and need and desire to know that right away we're going to start thinking, what dude Took her there. How does she know this place? So you led with, I went with my girlfriends. Dude has another thought in his mind. So she does girls' night out? Did they go see Thunder from Down Under after that? That's how we think. That's what you're dealing with, ladies. So presentation, like in every other category, is everything. So experiences, a man wants to give you, a good man wants to give you experiences. He wants to be the one to give you experiences. No shame in having some of your own, of course, but allow a man to give you experiences because it makes us feel good. It makes us feel proud. It makes us feel full to be able to provide an experience for the woman or the partner that we're with. So don't deny men experience. Men don't care about your experiences. Bro, I met this chick and she knows all the hot places in Dubai. Said no guy ever. Said no guy ever. Okay, what other type of experiences? Could be traumatic experiences. Don't overshare. Guys do not want to. Don't make us think. You know, let me take a swig. My mouth's getting dry. And we'll get right into it. Don't make us think too much. Don't make us, if you want a man to think the absolute best of you, don't overshare experiences with him. It doesn't matter what they happen to be. Let him be the one trying to share experiences with you. Because if you overshare experiences with him, if every time he mentions something, yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that, yeah, I did this, yeah, I bought my own, if you do that, a man's going to be like, why should I even bother with this one? And who's doing it for her? Who should do it with? That's the way we think. That is legitimately the way we think. So we don't care about your experiences. Now, getting back to the boot knocking, never, okay. Let me take a step back. There is a certain type of man, usually a younger and or less experienced man, that will actually care if the woman has bedroom experience. We've all heard it. Oh, women peak in their, who came up with that? Women peak in that 40, women peak in their 40s or their 50s, and men peak in their teens. Who came up with that bullshit? I cannot find anything relative to that anywhere. The desirable cougar, all the young men want her because of her bedroom experience. That's bullshit. That is straight up bullshit. Promiscuity is not attractive whatsoever. There's a certain type of man that might find promiscuity acceptable, but he's a lower value man. There's a certain type of man who would seek a woman with experience because he's either young, can't get any, couldn't get, effed in a 304 house with a fistful of hundreds or whatever. There is a segment of the male species that might seek a female with bedroom type experiences, but for the most part, we don't. And we don't care, and we don't want to think about it, and we don't want to know about it. Those are your experiences, and keep them to yourself if you want to move forward. Otherwise, it's just going to come back and bite you in the ass. We don't care about a woman's experiences, whether they were in the bedroom or anywhere else. That might sound cold. That might sound harsh. That's just part of me, and you have to accept me. Like that meme I read once that said, I'm looking for a man who's going to help me unpack my baggage. How many cats do you own now? Has the ASPCA been to your house yet and condemned it and rescued the 200 cats you have yet? Because no man wants to unpack your baggage. It depends a little bit here and there. I'll understand you. I'll appreciate you. I know, you had this experience and this could trigger you and that could trigger you, but we don't want to unpack, the 20 years that you rode the D carousel. We don't want to unpack your stuff. That's between you and the therapist, not you and your freaking tarot card reader and your crystals and your sparkle coach. Figure that shit out before you get into a relationship, because it is unfair to a potential man and or mate if you do not. If you don't have your baggage unpacked, you are not ready for a relationship, and you are being wholly unfair if you make a man suffer through the baggage and the trauma that you are bringing into his life. You are being 100% unfair if you do that. Get all that shit accomplished before you step into a relationship. Better yet, you young ladies out there, eliminate the trauma. Eliminate the things that are going to cause that later down the road. But we don't want to unpack your baggage. We will help you. We will try to be understanding, but don't dump that stuff. Don't introduce chaos into a man's life that is unfair and in some cases actually cruel. So again, men, for the most part, do not care about your quote unquote experiences. And in some cases, keep them to your damn self. Experience. We're doing great on time. All right. Are you ready for the bonuses? We covered, bro, where's your woman? I ain't telling you. I ain't got no problems in that category. I'm the one educating you, bro. Lucky LaRue, where's my woman? Want me to trot her out? All right. Your mom. All right, enough of that. Let's get right. Okay, so that was number 5. So let's go back again, do a little bit of a recap, and I will get into it. 5 things women think men want in a woman, but we actually don't. And we'll get into the few bonuses. Number 1, career is not a priority to men. Education is not a priority to men, for the most part. Your money is not a priority to men. Your inner work that you're doing on the inner self, your inner work is not a priority. We would call what you're working on with the outside, your physical body, way more important than what you're trying to accomplish with your inner self. Work on working out. Simply put, sorry, ladies. And we do not care about your experience in most categories, especially the boot-knocking variety. Keep that to yourself. All right, what are the bonuses? Are you ready for bonuses? Bomb. Bonuses. I'd like to hide those a little bit, but I will not. We'll just jump right into it. We don't care about a woman's sense of humor. We don't care about a woman's sense of humor. Sorry, ladies. We like to have fun with you. We like to have a laugh, like to have a joke. We like to, goof around and, pillow fight, just like, whatever. We want to have fun with you. We don't want to be all stern and, we want to have fun. We want to have fun with you. But sense of humor isn't anywhere. These are bonuses. It's like, oh, she's so funny. Oh, I met this girl and she really can make me laugh. Said no man ever. You see what we're getting at here? Let me take it a step back. Women tend to project the things that they want in a relationship and assume that men want the same. Oh, he's so funny. That would be a conversation that a woman would have. He makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. How many times have you heard that? You know, like guys who don't have the looks, go to the gym and learn a few jokes. You'll have no problems. Because women love guys who can make them laugh. Why? I don't know. Sometimes I can make women laugh. Sometimes I'm serious. It's a heart attack. I don't know. But in my experience, oh, wrong button. In my experience, yes, women do like men who can make them laugh. But women also project the things that that they desire upon men. And we do not care if a woman makes us laugh or not. We want to laugh with you, but we don't care if you have a sense of humor, if you're funny, if you're, the life of the party. Does not matter to us at all. Same hobbies. Okay, I got a story about same hobbies. We do not care if you share our interests. We don't. I'm speaking in general. Maybe I'm speaking for myself, but maybe I'm speaking for the circle of people I hang out with. We don't care if you share the same hobbies as we do. We just don't care. In fact, in certain cases, we'd prefer you did not. And that's all. What about what about time we're going to spend together? So because you like to go antiquing on Sundays, I gotta go antiquing. Yeah, this is my husband Bob, and we go antiquing. Yeah, antiquing. We love antiquing. Well, maybe you do. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's your thing, I'm making a point. Don't get butthurt. But for the most part, guys don't care if you share their common interests. In fact, I can tell you a story about a friend of mine. He met a woman, ended up marrying said woman. Nice woman, nice couple, ended up with a nice family. In the beginning, he used to say, wow, this woman she's just loves and she's into everything that I'm into. This is freaking awesome. And, me and the bros are like, we all had women. We all have women. We're all like, say what? We saw this coming a mile away. And he's just like, whoa, this is the best ever. You mean you met a friend? You met a friend. And that's what actually ended up happening. That's exactly what happened. On Sundays, we'd go out and shoot sporting clays. Pull. We'd shoot sporting clays. What do you know? Sunday, he comes with her. He's shooting sporting clays with her, teaching her how to shoot sporting clays, buying her a Remington 1180 with gold-plated trigger and the whole frickin' bit. Now, she's one of the guys. And we're just like, all right, cool. Nobody's saying it. She wasn't a bad person. But now she's one of the guys. And you don't want to make your woman one of the guys, number one, unless you got a really tight-knit bunch of friends. But I'm digressing. Fishing. Get out on the boat. Oh, she's coming. She loves fishing. Does she? Okay. This ought to be fun. 18 hours out at sea with your woman, baiting hooks and not being able to talk guy stuff, not being able to just relax, not being able to fart. Oh, it's so great. She's into all the same things as you. 18 hours of misery. I ain't shitting you. Another weekend rolls around. She's into this. She just became one of the guys. For all intents and purposes, she was just a dude. We were just like, what up? But it threw off the thing. So basically, he got involved and married one of the guys. And yes, they're still together to this day. So good on them. But several years later, he came back and he said to me, he's like, kind of sucks that no matter what I do, she wants to do it too. Like he wanted to take up sailing. So he bought bought like a weekend or a week-long trip on one of those, like, he studied, and what is that, like America's Cup, where, they're all like, they're all working the freaking jibs and all this type of stuff, and, they're making the boat turn and all that type of shit. He got real into that. And he's just like, I'm doing it. And sure enough, she had to do it too. So bro's got no time for himself, ever. And a man needs time for himself, even if it's a freaking hour. A man needs his own hobbies. A man needs some male energy around him. It can't all be about, me and her and me and her and me and her and me and her. Just like a woman can't be all about the dude either. A woman can't, she can't absorb himself. She needs her friends. She needs her hobbies. If you step into a woman's world where everything she does, like, oh, you like to knit? Let me get some needles too. I want to sit down next to you. And she'd be like, not that all women knit. Dude, go frickin' play golf. Oh, and he loved golf. She's taking up golf. She went out, hired an instructor, standing behind her. How you doing, baby? Learned how to hit the golf ball. Now she plays golf with him. Isn't that freaking awesome? So his entire life, he has no room to breathe. Being around him is because she's just attached at the hip during male get-togethers, and everyone accepted it to a certain degree, but then everyone was like, nah, check please, we ain't going there, because we can't even make a fart joke, with her around. So, out of respect, but she probably would have been okay with it because she was one of the guys. But he also said, my life cost me double. My life literally cost me double. There's not a damn thing I can do to entertain myself or provide any type of fulfillment or enjoyment in my life that doesn't cost me double. He went out and bought a motorcycle. And she's like, motorcycles? Awesome. I want one too, and we can go riding together. He had to buy a frickin' another motorcycle. He's got some scuttle, but still. But do you sit on his lap while he's taking a dump too? Side-by-side dumpage? Or what's going on? So, having the same interests, going back to here, having the same hobbies and interests is not a priority. I mean, in some cases it's okay, but in a lot of cases it is not. And I also covered already being one of the guys. And I'll throw in a bonus. Yes, some men will find some type of attraction out of it, but for the most part, men don't like women who can keep up with them. We do not want to demeasure with someone that we're with. It is just ugly. It doesn't make us feel good. We have no desire to do it. We spend our entire lives demeasuring and fighting dragons. We don't want to do it at home with someone who's supposed to be giving us feminine energy. We don't want to demeasure. So, just don't. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not even going to go there. Let me drink some water. We don't want to be competed with. It is not attractive that you can keep up with your man drinking. Go shot for shot with a dude. Why? I mean, some men might find that fun. Oh, my woman can drink any man in this bar under the table. Yeah, there is creepy dudes who will like that, but for the most part, we don't want women who can keep up with us. In terms of that, in terms of like drinking and farting and all that type of stuff. We just don't, for the most part. Some guys, you might disagree with me there, but might be speaking for myself, but that is it. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that interesting. And right now, I'm going to read the comments, and I want you to drop in the comments, if you're watching this at a later date, your opinion on everything I just discussed and add to the list. This is by no means an extensive list. For some reason, YouTube and people who watch and the algorithm loves the idea of five top whatever. So I made it a 5 with a couple bonuses, but I could talk about this forever. And I'll also say there are exceptions. There are always exceptions. This is by no means a do or die. But going back to what I originally said, I'm going to pop that up one last time. Let's go all the way back. A woman who knows what a man wants can have any man she wants. Conversely, a woman who has no idea what a man wants and projects what she wants upon a man, yeah, maybe she'll get some boot knocking or whatever, getting her back thrown out, but other than that, it's not going to happen. And I will say this, and this is a whole nother topic too. Women are the gatekeepers of boot knocking. We all know that. Women are the gatekeepers of boot knocking. Men, on the other hand, are the gatekeepers of relationships. Just because you knock boots with someone doesn't mean you're getting a relationship out of it, because it's the man who decides whether a relationship is going to happen. A woman will decide whether sex is going to happen. A man will decide whether a relationship is going to happen. And women have completely lost sight of that fact and got to start figuring it out. All right. So that was my presentation. Let me get all angleized and figured out here. So, what do you think, everyone? Let's get out of top messages. I want to read what you guys have to say. Dun, 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 dun. Sad part is I have a rock collection. What does that mean? Yeah, I mean, Val Marie. I've always said I don't care about the guy code. To me means nothing. I mean, it does. I just dropped my thing. It does to a certain degree. If a guy says something to me in confidence, I'll never say it. If, he wants to let loose, I have a people code. I'm a good human being and I'm a good friend. My check, sometimes it loses. I'm a good friend when it comes to that. But the quote unquote guy code, bros before hoes, all that other stuff, whatever. And I'm the guy who'll say two things. I'll say the things that other guys won't. And I'm not afraid of tapping into unpopular opinions either. Because most guys, I'll be totally honest, most guys will say anything to get in a chick's pants. They'll perpetrate any fraud. They'll tell you, oh, honey, no, I'm not like those guys. I don't watch football all Sunday. My apartment's clean. Oh, he did that to you? What a bad man. They will say anything or lead you to believe that anything they tell you is true just to get in your pants. And I've never suffered from that. I've never had a problem with that, but B, I've never suffered from that syndrome of desperation, because women, I found that at a young age, that women can perceive the desperation of a man, the thirst, that's what they call it now, the thirst of a man when it comes to that type of stuff. And some women don't care, but most of them do. So I've endeavored never to be, I'm using a lot of air quotes today, that guy. I've never been that guy. So that leads me to a place in my interactions and what I have to say to be honest. Because I've never had an agenda. I've never been agenda driven. I've never had to, I was never afraid to, I don't want to scare her off because I'm this far from getting lucky. That never even occurred to me. if the words coming out of my mouth, the truths of my experience, puts her off, and so be it. Whatever. Who cares? I'd rather be me than con and trick my way into either boot knocking or some weird ass relationship. I'd rather just be me and speak truth. So yeah, I am totally, totally unafraid and unabashedly just speaking how it is. Mm-hmm. That yeah, like yeah, that that's not too far from the truth. I mean, we can go there too, but I can't go there on YouTube. I mean, I can get into any subject that we happen to have in a much deeper fashion, just not here. Which I just hit 150 subscribers over on Rumble. So I encourage you to click on the link down in the description below. Join me over on Rumble. It's Bror Fredrik Official, because there's 20 freaking freaks out there impersonating me. Bror Fredrik Official. I just hit 150. So I'm going to fire up a test stream over the next couple of days. I have to familiarize myself. I did one test, but I got to familiarize myself with the ingest process, how they like to deal with audio, color format, all the shit that you don't care about. I'll figure that out, because I want it to look just as good, but I want to have deeper conversations and not have to bite my tongue and talk. Not that I'm going to be a dick, not that I'm going to be rude or be obnoxious or anything like that. But I don't want to, what I do here is even sex. This video is definitely going to get demonetized, or, they'll put ads on it, just, not for me. Just sex is enough for them to go, oh my God. But so I speak in code. It's boot knocking. It's this. It's that. I'm tired of speaking in code. But over on Rumble, supposedly there's freedom of peaches. And I can't even say what that actually means. I have to code it and say freedom of peaches, because there are no freedom of peaches anywhere. Supposedly Rumble, perhaps, that's going to be a thing. But we'll try it. We'll check it out. Just hit 150. So I'm going to get started over there. And I don't think there's any ads over there. I think there's one in the beginning, but they don't do the mid-roll ads and all that other crap. So yeah, that should be fun too. And we're going to check out Twitter, because we got a little while to go. What are we talking about? Desperation funk is ugly in men and women. Absolutely. But I would just add too, guys are more receptive to it, because guys, believe it or not, guys like women who like them, which is a concept which sounds simple, but not in the female realm. Women do not like men who like them, because women, they might like the attention, they might like the validation, they might like the options, they might like, to look back when they're 70 on a rocking chair and say, oh my God, I had 50 dudes in my DMs and whatnot. But that doesn't mean just because a guy likes her, she doesn't automatically start to like him back. But men, we're different creatures, and women need to understand that. That's why when you touch a man's arm when you talk to him, or put your hand on a man's hand when you talk to him, he's just like, she wants me. Because we biologically, genetically, and mentally are predisposed to like women who like us. Because if that was not the case, the population would be 2. Adam and Eve would still be freaking, looking around if that was not the case. Men like women who express like for them. And that makes us 1, easy. That makes us 2, gullible. That makes us 3, sometimes stupid. Sometimes we misinterpret friendliness for attraction. And that's something a woman, needs to deal with probably on a regular basis. That's why when a woman touches us, when we talk, we're just like, I could have her, because that's the way we're wired. That's the way we're wired. But the bottom line is, the 1,000-yard stare and not giving the man any attention. You think he's just going to follow you? You're the frickin' Pied Piper in high heels? Oh, all men want me. Yeah, for one thing, perhaps. But when you're doing the 1,000-yard stare, we don't care. We don't care. We like women who like us, and show it. Show us that you like him. You want to get a man's attention? Show him that you like him without looking like a 403. Let's get ready to rumble. A motive for touching you. Not all touching is good. Yeah, I mean, sometimes women, they know how to play it, and they twirl their hair and all that other stuff. But some women just, they're friendly. And there's nothing wrong with being friendly. But also know that men interpret friendliness completely different than you do. When a woman shows us friendliness and little touches and this and that, right away we're like, I could do her. It's just the way we are. Or she wants me. Oh, you know that chick down at Starbucks? She wants me. How do you know? Because, she touched my hand when she gave me the change. Clear sign she wants me, right? That's what you're dealing with, ladies. And that's also, I'll give you another thing. That's also why some of you ladies who are in relationships, you men get bent when you're overly friendly, or when you're touchy and whatnot. Because we know other men. We know other men are sitting there being like, yeah, I know she's married, but she still wants me. You see the way she touched my arm? So it's not quote unquote, I'm air quoting like a freak today. It's not quote unquote jealousy or insecurity. It's the fact that we're dudes too. We know how other men think. And women just are not in touch with how other men think. It's a different experience. So when your woman's like, you show up at the office party and, everyone's like hugging and kissing and touching, and it's making our heads want to explode, because we're just like, every dude here is thinking he can get a piece of that. Because that's just the way we think, right or wrong. I'm not excusing it and I'm not condoning it, but right or wrong, that's just how men think. She touched me. I could have her. She called me hun. She told me, she liked my hair. We like women who like us. It's just a fact. All right, let me check to see if I missed any super chat. No super chat. Okay, thank you very much. Guess you guys weren't interested in this whole topic. Okay. What should I talk about? 5 best places to eat shrimp? Yikes. All right. So let's see. What time is it? 6:45 on Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read all this stuff. But quickly, I want to go check out. Let's see if anything is interesting is happening over on Twitter Twatter. Bum, 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 bum. I think I had it up. This kind of interests me. I do. This is another place that I could live stream from if I ever got to, I think I need 500 subscribers over here to actually live stream. I think I have like 350, something like that. I haven't checked in a while. What is this? This man has been named one of the most attractive women in the world by Maxim Australia. Can you see that? I can see that. All right, cool. All right. ChatGPT. I am not subscribed to anyone except Elon, so don't be offended if I don't follow you back. There's actually a reason for it, because I don't want to have when I go and look at my Twitter Twatter, I want to have it sort of just figuring out who I am. And unfortunately, it does the algorithm, but not influenced by who I subscribe to, because I like seeing a wide variety of subject matter. I just don't want to sit there and just have a feed that's 100% politics or 100% bikini models or 100% chat GPT. I like the variety. And that only comes from, unfortunately, not subscribing or following back a whole bunch of people. Sorry. They can't put their finger on it. Fans think something is missing after... Who cares about this dude? He should just shut up and go away. Cher threatens to leave the country if 45 is re-elected. I almost got an ulcer last time. Who cares what you think anyway? Didn't she say that last time? Didn't she actually say that last time? And did she? No. I hate these. Like, no one cares. I just shut up and sing. No one cares about these people. Right, left, middle. Nobody cares about your opinion. You play sports. Oh my God, what the heck did I just witness? What was that? Did that adult just grab... Let's watch that again. What the heck did we just say? She yanked a ball. That Karen yanked a ball and she's high-fiving out of that girl's hands? Whoa. Oh my God. Frickin' Karen, sit your butt down. Go work on your inner self. Jeez Louise. Let's see what else is there. Oh, the Cosmo. See, I got a good smattering of everything. Earn the badge. Earn up to $20,000 to be, Border Patrol. That's an easy job. That's an easy job. 20 grand, a recruiting bonus. All you have to do is they give you a lawn chair and you just sit at the border and wave to all the people who are just rushing through. And they give you 20 grand just to frickin' sign up. Sick. What is that? No hot Zippy's restaurant? Oh, that's spam. You Hawaiian folks, you love your spam, right? What the heck is that? What is any of that? Looks good. I'd probably eat it, except for that yellow thing. What is that? Oh, that's that person who says they're a 10. Oh, I didn't want to see that. That has to be unseen. Blah, blah, FUF1, but blah. It's pretty cool. What do we got here? Girls can what? Girls can grill. Yeah, girls can grill. What is this? I don't care. What? Oh. All right, let's see him. The leader of the free world. What is he pontificating on? I don't know. Do you want to listen to him? Let's see if we listen to him. What is he talking about? I don't know. I don't care. He just looks lost. Poor guy. He just looks... I don't say poor guy. Poor America. He just looks lost. What is this dude doing? He's washing a baby in the sink with the dishes? Hope there's no forks down there. That's freaking weird. That's why I like the smattering of information here. Plymouth Rock, blah, 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 blah. Oh. And people will actually believe this. Plymouth. Oh, yeah, maybe it is Plymouth Rock. Maybe that's true, because it does say 1820 on it. I don't know, 1620, some bullshit. I don't know. You don't believe everything you read on the internet. A police station was opened in Fremont Street today, and they threw a party. I find that a little weird that they're blowing off they're popping bottles with models, and there's confetti for opening up a police station. That seems a little freaking strange to me. The fact that we need another police station in downtown means that it's kind of effed up. So why is it they're popping bottles with models and celebrating that fact. I mean, is that party central now, or is that where people are going to get to go to the Crossbar Hotel? That's just freaking weird. But it is Las Vegas. What are you going to do? What's this guy doing? Uh-oh. Oh, is he going to, like, whip one in there? Let's check it out. Wah! Oh, nice one. Score. Goal! What is this? What is this? Are these people nuts? Did you see that video of, well, there's like 100 videos of people going up to the Tatankas and like taking pictures and selfies with them, influencers and whatever, just getting their asses handed to them. That freaking sea lion could bite that kid in half. And you're going to sit a sea lion just because someone said it's tame for pictures in a parking lot? Freaking people are stupid. What is this? I've never seen, what is that? Peaky Blunders or some shit? I've never seen that before. What is this? Oh, that's how they did that's how Michael Jackson tricked us all. Aha. Now you know. What's that? Not interested. What's that? Too much work on my part. What is this? What's going on here? Oh. Wow. I thought that for a second there, I thought that was 1/6, but it's not. Because all those people are in jail. This is some other type of insurflexion going on. Oh, but it's allowed now. Dang, I didn't know. What is this? What is this? Skip to the loot? What does this guy do? Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Oh, let's watch that again. Oh, that freaking hurt. His ancestors felt that. What is this? Oh, yeah, look at this. Huh. So it's allowed just if it, oh, I get it now. I get it. All right, what's this all about? Oh, dude thought it was a high five. All right, what else we got going on here? My grandfather at 97, before he died, was like up and down ladders, putting up Christmas decorations, laughing, joking. This guy's like, whatever. Oh, what the heck is this? What is she training for? Is that like an initiation into a gang or something? He's not even trying. He is lit. Like when these chicks want to fight dudes or think they could beat up dudes, the average woman can't even beat up like a 12-year-old boy. This guy's so holding back. Look at that. He's just whiffing them. Oh, you see that punch there? Nothing. And she's just like, oh, I'm done. What is that? Who's that? Is that Adele? I think that's that Adele. What is this? College is a scam? I don't feel watching. What is it? Red flag. She's got a freaking thing in her nose. Oh, doggo. What up, doggo? Be careful. Don't let your dog around. Don't let the kid around the strange doggo. I mean, I love the doggo. I love the dog. I love him already. I want to take him home. But you don't know the dog. Dog's like, tasty. Anyway, what's going on here? Man on the street interviewing her, and she's just like, get away from me, creeper. What is this? Coins in the Trevi fountain. They're sweeping them out. That's not Caesar's. That's like the real jam. What the heck is that? Nobody cares. Doggo. Doggo. Yeah, the dog ain't going for that. Just bite him, dude. Just freaking bite him, bro. What a dick. Don't do that to a dog. Like people who pretend to throw the ball and make the dog, just bite him. Just take a freaking bite right out of that guy. Dumbass trying to tease you. What is this? Oh, they got wrecked. So who's voting for him? He's independent now. I think I might follow him. He just skewed everything. This dude. Plus, he's got gains. You know, he could probably still kick some ass. I kind of like the dude. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but I don't know. He just skewed the election far in favor of the right by going independent, but just is what it is. But he speaks some real shit, though. Where's this? This is like right down the block from me, isn't it? This looks like Vegas. This looks like Valley View Boulevard. But it's not. I don't recognize any of those businesses. What else we got? We got like 2 more minutes. A rock. Is that a rock? That's copper. I knew that. That's what the internet should go back to. Just funny cat pictures. Quit the bullshit. What do we got here? This was funny. I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing it. I want to see if I get copyright claimed. And if not, I will start playing these. You know, that way we can all enjoy them together. I don't know. Let me check out over here real quick. Is it coming through? No, I gotta figure it out. Yeah, I don't want to get too spanked up. But that was a great interview. Go watch that. Bro, what up? Whoa, bro. Look at that hair, bro. Looks like, what was that guy's name? Rick Rude. That's what he looks like. What the heck is that? What's going on here? Billy English shows off a new back tattoo. What is that? That looks ugly AF. Not interested. Thank you very much. What is that? Wow, that was trippy. That was trippy. Good on you. Stop overpaying. What is this guy talking about? This guy trying to sell me some shit? I don't want to buy no shit. What the actual F? Oh, that's nudity. I can't show that. Oh, this is the happy party I honestly thought, this is another one. I honestly thought that was 1-6, wherever they put everyone in the Crossbar Hotel after being invited in. But this, I guess, is just a party. Party like it's 1995. What's going on here? Poor guy. Oh, that's just, oh, bro. Oh, my God. That's his woman. And they're just running through her right in front of him. That's messed up. Okay, we'll end it on a doggo. What up, doggo? What are you doing, doggo? How cute. I'll take a dozen, please. Thank you very much, doggo. All right, people. I think, let me just double check one last time to see what's going on. 7 o'clock. Absolutely freaking perfect. And Angela G with the waiting on your phone call. Okay. All right. To Banana Round Super Chat. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, people. I hope you enjoyed that. Not sure if you did, not sure if you didn't, but I'm going to keep doing me. So what do we got? 69 people. That is awesome. Tomorrow, not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but it'll be something and it'll be live. So I'm going to invite you one last time to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, do you? There's ways to do that, and I'd appreciate if you did. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.